Today's lesson is on solving inequalities. Let's first talk about our inequality symbols. Let's begin with a symbol for less than. Remember, less than means that something has to be smaller than the number after it. Then we have less than or equal to, greater than, and greater than or equal to. The difference between less than and less than or equal to is that the less than or equal to symbol includes the number that you're talking about. The same is true with the greater than or equal to. It includes it. Less than and greater than do not include those numbers. When graphing inequalities, the arrow should point towards the possible solutions. For example, x is greater than or equal to -2 means that x is a number that is greater than or equal to -2. When graphing inequalities, you're going to use an open circle for greater than or less than symbols. Use a closed circle for greater than equal to or less than equal to. Make sure you understand the difference. Now let's look at graphing inequalities on a number line. Number 1, b is greater than 3. Since this is the greater than symbol, we're going to use an open circle. Let's first label our number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since b is greater than 3, we're going to use an open circle because it does not include 3. And we're going to shade the direction the arrow points. As we can see, the direction the arrow points is to the right, so we shade to the right on our number line. That means that b is any number bigger than or greater than 3. So it could be 4, 5, 6, and so forth. Number 2, m is less than or equal to -6. Let's go ahead and write our numbers on the number line. Remember, as we get closer to 0 on our number line when we're looking at our negative numbers, they go down. So this is how it should look on your number line. Now we're going to use a closed circle because this time it includes -6. So we draw a closed circle on -6, and as you can see, the arrow points to the left, so we're going to shade into the left. So that means m is any number less than or equal to 6. So it could be -7, -8, -9, and so forth. Look at number 3. X is greater than or equal to -1. Go ahead and plot your numbers on your number line. This time we're going to use a closed circle because it includes -1. And our symbol points to the right, so we're going to shade to the right. Now look at number 4. When we have problems written like this, or inequalities written this way, with the variable on the right side, we first need to rewrite our problem or our inequality with the variable on the left. As you can see in our inequality symbol, it is open towards the R. So we're going to keep our symbol open towards the R. This means that R is greater than or equal to -15. I'm going to go ahead and put some points or put some numbers on my number line. And I'm just going to go down from -16. This time we're going to use a closed circle on -15 because it includes -15. And as we can see, our symbol points to the right, so so we're going to shade to the right. Go ahead and pause the video and try to answer questions 5 and 6 on your own. Remember, all you're doing is placing your numbers on your number line and then graphing the inequality. Check your graphs with mine. On number 5, we rewrote our inequality so that the variable is on the left side. So C is less than 10. This time we would have an open circle on 10 and shade it to the left because C is any number less than 10. On number 6, N is less than 8. So again, we have an open circle on 8. We shade to the left, and this means that N can be any number less than 8. And as you can see, we have the solutions to that inequality graphed on our number line. We've shaded 2, 4, and 6. Those are all numbers less than 8. Let's move on to translating inequalities. The first thing we need to do is rewrite our inequality in a mathematical statement. A number is less than 14. We can use any variable to represent number. This is what we're missing, so let's just use N. Then we have is less than, so this is where we use our less than symbol. And then we have the number 14. So now we're going to plot our points on our number line. These points that we write on our number line just have to include the number 14. So I'm going to start with 12, and I'm going to go up consecutively. So if N is a number less than 14, that means I need to shade all numbers to the left of 14. So I'm going to have an open circle on 14, and I'm going to shade to the left of 14 because it's any number smaller than or less than 14. So it could be 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, and so forth. Look at number 8. A number is at least 6. Number is key, at least is a key term, and 6 is a key term. Let's replace a number with N. At least. If we say you have at least $6, that means you have $6 or more. So we're going to use the greater than equal to symbol and then the number 6. So again, at least means you can have at least 6 or more than 6. So let's draw some points on our number line. So let's do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. This time we're going to have a closed circle on 6 because it includes 6. And N is any number greater than or equal to 6. So we're going to shade to the right on our number line because it can include numbers such as 8, 10, 12, 14, and so forth. Pause the video and try numbers 9 and 10 on your own. Number 9 says a number is no more than -3. No more than means that the number is less than or equal to -3. So that is a closed circle shaded to the left. On number 10, a number is at most -1. That means the number has to be less than or equal to -1. So again, closed circle on -1, shaded to the left. Solutions to inequalities. State whether the number is a solution to the given inequality. What we do here is we replace our variable with the number that we see at the end of our problem. So number 11, x is greater than -9. We're going to replace x with -16. So -16 is greater than -9. That's not a true statement. So -16 cannot be a solution to this inequality. -16 is a number less than -9. So that is not a true solution. Look at number 15. V is less than or equal to 7/8. We're going to replace V with 5/6. 5/6 is less than or equal to 7/8. If we look at this problem, we have 5/6 and we have 7/8. We can make sure that they have a common denominator. In this case, we could use the denominator 24. I know that I multiply 6 times 4 to get 24. 5 times 4 is 20. 8 times 3 is 24. 7 times 3 is 21. So looking at this problem, we have 20 over 24 is less than or equal to 21 over 24. This is a true statement. 20 24ths is less than 21 24ths, which means that 5/6 is less than or equal to 7/8, so that statement is true. On number 13, we're going to replace y with -2. So -2 is less than -2.5. Remember, the smaller the negative number, the greater the value. So in this case, -2 is not less than -2.5. It's actually greater than. So that is not a true statement, and -2 cannot be a solution of the inequality. Try numbers 12, 14, and 16 on your own. Looking at number 12, if we replace m with 12, 12 is greater than or equal to 12. So that statement is true. On number 14, we're replacing b with 4 2/10. 4 2/10 is not less than 4 2/10. So that statement is false. On number 16, we're replacing n with 13/4. So now we're comparing 13/4 to 8/3. As we can see, 13/4 and 8/3 have a common denominator of 12. So the equivalent fractions would be 39/12 is greater than or equal to 32/12. This is a true statement. 39 is a greater numerator than 32. So that statement is true. Now let's start to look at solving inequalities.